Today we will be replacing the screen on an Apple iPad mini. Required tools: a Phillips screwdriver, a metal spudger, a plastic spudger, a plastic opening tool, tweezers, a metal blade, and a heat gun. If your display glass is cracked, keep further breakage contained and prevent bodily harm during your repair by taping the glass using packing tape. Lay overlapping strips of clear packing tape over the iPad's display until the whole face is covered. This will keep the glass shards contained and provide structural integrity when prying and lifting the device. Wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from any glass shaken free during the repair, and be sure to wear an anti-static wrist strap to prevent static charges in the device. Before disassembling your iPad mini, be sure it is powered off. Use the heat gun at the lowest setting to heat the frame and border of the device near the front-facing camera. When using the heat gun, be careful not to leave it heating in one area for too long. Be sure to consistently move the heat gun when using. Heat the glass just enough until it's warm to the touch. Use the flat end of a metal spudger and slowly insert it between the plastic bezel and the glass. Slide the metal spudger left to right along the top of the iPad, releasing the adhesive as you go. Pull up slightly as you get close to the front-facing camera, and work your way around while sliding the metal spudger. Using the heat gun, heat the right side of the iPad. Remember to consistently move the heat gun to prevent damage to the LCD. Insert the metal spudger between the glass and the plastic bezel on the right top corner and work your way down to the bottom. Careful not to insert the metal spudger too far in the device on the side of the display, as it may damage the LCD. Encounter significant resistance to sliding the metal spudger beneath the glass, stop and reheat the section you're working on. Forcing the metal spudger could risk cracking the glass. Using the heat gun, heat the bottom of the iPad near the home button. Slide the metal spudger along the bottom of the iPad, releasing the adhesive as you go. There are quite a few things to avoid beneath the lower bezel: 2 antennas, a home button cavity, and the digitizer cable. Pull up slightly as you get close to the antenna area and the home button. Work your way around while sliding the metal spudger. Remember to reheat the area you are working on for easier separation. Be careful not to cut your hands on sharp pieces of glass. Using the heat gun, heat the left side of the iPad. Remember to consistently move the heat gun to prevent damage to the LCD. Insert the metal spudger between the glass and the plastic bezel on the left bottom corner and work your way up to the top. Careful not to insert the metal spudger too far into the device on the side of the display, as it may damage the LCD. If you encounter significant resistance to sliding the metal spudger beneath the glass, stop and reheat the section you're working on. Forcing the metal spudger could risk cracking the glass. Use the metal spudger and lift slowly and gently to further detach the adhesive. Take your time and ensure the adhesive is loose and soft for easy removal. Open the front glass like a page in a book and rest it on your workspace. Remove the following Phillips screws securing the LCD: 3 3.3mm screws and 1 4.5mm screw. Using a metal blade, cut the digitizer cable and remove the digitizer. There are 2 wide strips of tape that connect the LCD to the speakers. Gently using tweezers, remove the wide strips of tape from the LCD. Do not attempt to pull the LCD out as it is secured by mild adhesive. Insert a guitar pick on the top right of the LCD. Slide the pick carefully and slowly as you work your way down. Repeat the same process on the left side. Again, be very careful and do not try to go fast as you may damage the LCD. So take your time and be gentle. Lift the iPad LCD like a page in a book. lifting near the camera and turning it over the home button end of the rear case. Remove the following screws, securing the LCD shield plate to the rear case of the iPad. Two 2.6 Phillips screws and 14 1.7mm Phillips screws. Using a pair of tweezers, lift and remove the LCD shield plate from the top left corner. Remove the three 1.3mm Phillips screws, securing the connector shield to the logic board. Use a pair of tweezers to grasp and remove the connector shield from the iPad. Use a plastic opening tool to gently pry the battery connector up from its socket in the logic board. Pry the LCD connector from its socket on the logic board. Now gently pry the digitizer connector up from its socket on the logic board. Use a metal spudger to clean and scrape the old adhesive and any glass off of the device edges. If needed, turn the device over and gently shake to remove any broken glass. Reconnect the new digitizer connection cable back to the logic board. Make sure flex cables are properly aligned before snapping back into place, and gently push on connections until they connect. Reconnect the LCD connection cable back to the logic board. Also connect the battery connection cable. Insert the metal bracket with the 3 Phillips screws to secure the connection back into place. Insert the LCD shield plate. Insert the 2 long Phillips screws near the volume button. Gently fold the LCD and digitizer back to perform a test. Turn the iPad on and perform a touch test to make sure the digitizer is responding to touch. Once the test is done, carefully fold the digitizer and the LCD back to insert the 14 short Phillips screws to secure the LCD shield plate to the frame of the iPad. Gently fold the LCD back into position and insert the 4 Phillips screws to secure the LCD to the frame of the iPad. Use the air blower to remove lint and dust particles. Remove the plastic from the adhesive strips around the new digitizer screen. Be sure to also remove the protective plastic from the back of the new digitizer and carefully fold the digitizer back into place. Before completely closing the digitizer, make sure to push and fold the digitizer cable back into the iPad. Now run your fingers along the sides of the iPad, being sure the assembly slips evenly into the frame. Make sure the new digitizer sits flush inside the frame. If the frame is bent, do your best to bend it back into shape. If you are still having trouble, please contact Werx for assistance.